Imagine a battlefield, not of blood and bones, but of dreams, aspirations, a battlefield of business. And there you are, right in the middle of it, a great lone warrior. You, a business owner, a sales professional, a revenue generator. You're the hero of this journey. A journey that's more than just a 9-to-5 grind. This is your life, your dream, your future. But life throws a wrench in your plans. It hits hard. You're constantly fighting an uphill battle of sales generation every single day. You're facing the unyielding wall of sales targets and profit goals. And they're towering above you like Mount Everest. You've tasted the bitter pill of rejection and felt the frustration of opportunities slipping away like sand through your fingers. It's a maddening cycle that repeats itself year after year, isn't it? A cruel carousel that spins faster and faster while you cling on for dear life, feeling increasingly out of control. But the real kicker, the truly terrifying part, is this. You're pouring your heart and soul every waking minute into chasing the elusive next big thing. You're always on the hunt, prowling the business jungle for the next game-changing silver bullet that promises to skyrocket your success and finally usher in that long-awaited break. Every breath, every beat of sweat, every bit of your energy is spent seeking that elusive magic bullet that promises to change everything, to pave your path with golden bricks and lead you to the promised land of overflowing prosperity. And yet, despite the passion and despite the chase, the breakthrough moment always seems to slip through your fingers, leaving you panting, even gasping with the mirage of success once again fading into the horizon. It's a relentless pursuit, a wild, exhilarating, exhausting chase. Meanwhile, your dreams, your ambitions, they're slipping away. Day by day, you're drifting further from your goals. You're not making the impact you know you can make. You're not achieving the success you deserve. You're stuck in this maddening cycle, spinning your wheels while your dreams crumble and fade. And that's not all, because you, my friend, have what it takes. You have the grit, determination, and the vision to take your business to the next level, to crush your competition, to become a true sales titan, and yes, even a human god of sales. But something's missing, isn't it? Something's holding you back, keeping you from realizing your true potential. And you're not alone. I've heard this heart-wrenching story thousands of times. Talented salespeople, iron-fisted VPs, scrappy founders, and relentless business owners, all bound by the same frustrating shackles. Each grappled with an elusive fantasy, a financial milestone always just out of their reach, no matter how relentlessly they pursued it. Well, their stories sparked a burning curiosity within me. I started to dig deeper into their experiences, tirelessly searching for the answers that could help these revenue generators break free. Their struggles felt all too familiar. You see, I once found myself stranded on that same desolate island, fighting the same relentless waves. 10 years ago, my own entrepreneurial journey was far from smooth sailing. I can still feel the raw echoes of those early days. Back then, I was an eager novice, starry-eyed with dreams of financial independence and a life tailored to meet my heart's desires. A life I dared to believe was possible. But securing consistent growth was like trying to catch a howling wind. I was always one step behind, breathless, and more than a little desperate. The allure of every shiny new method to secure a steady customer stream was irresistible. The dream of having customers flocking to me without lifting a finger was all-consuming. Yet despite my burning determination, I kept failing. Then I did something that turned even my family against me. I took a high-stakes gamble, a $50,000 loan, a colossal investment that wasn't spent on cars, real estate, inventory, payroll, hiring, or even marketing. This was an investment far more personal. I was the asset. I was the project. It was just me and me alone. $44,000 of that loan went straight into absorbing the wisdom of others in this ruthless battle of growth. Not just any random self-proclaimed internet guru, but a meticulously hand-picked panel of experts teaching the most advanced sales, marketing, and self-help strategies this world has ever seen. Refueled with confidence, my vision was crystal clear. I gathered the scattered fragments of my shattered dreams, and I was ready to rise from the ashes, ready to once again climb the mountain of revenue growth. But progress was slow. Each hurdle cleared was a hard-earned victory, a precious stepping stone towards the pinnacle of success. But I was undeterred. I was on my way. I was climbing. Now brace yourself, because the next part of my journey will shake you to your core. Harnessing every secret I'd learned from the human-like gods, my franchise business skyrocketed into a top 10 in just 2 years. I raked in 6 consecutive awards for my astronomical growth. My name echoed through the franchise world like Achilles himself. But that was just the beginning. I spread my wings and launched my second venture, a sales agency to share my hard-won strategies with fellow entrepreneurs. And poof, 11 months later, my company hit the 7-figure mark. Life was good, more than good. It was a dream. I was swimming in more success and growth than I'd ever imagined. A beautiful wife, a precious daughter, another on the way, and a dream home. It was as if I was waltzing through a wonderland, living my fantasy. But then the ground beneath me suddenly crumbled. In a cruel twist of fate, everything I had painstakingly built evaporated in a heartbeat. Suddenly, I went from swimming in growth to bleeding cash. And I found myself in the eye of a financial hurricane. A breathtaking swing that had me reeling, even gasping for air. I was submerged under a crushing avalanche of debt. The COVID-19 crisis had arrived, and it didn't care about my dreams, my goals, or my plans. It came like a thief in the night, stealing everything I worked so hard to build. All gone, just like that. I looked into my wife's eyes, and all I saw was fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of a future that looked grim. This wasn't the life she signed up for. It wasn't the life she deserved. My dreams, my visions, everything that I had dedicated my life to teetered on the brink of extinction. And I was ready to surrender, ready to let go of everything. In the midst of this turmoil, I found myself sitting in my father's man cave, staring at his perfectly restored 57 Chevy, a symbol of his own triumphs over adversity. As we sipped on our favorite whiskey, he delivered a gut-wrenching blow that shattered my spirit. He said, and I quote, "Son, there's no shame in working for someone else." His words cut through me, jolting me like a bolt of lightning as I grappled with the harsh reality of my predicament. My dad, my role model, and my source of inspiration was suggesting that I give up on my entrepreneurial dreams. His fear for my future was reflected in his words. And for a while, I was consumed by doubt and anger, ready to throw in the towel. I questioned everything. Everything I had done up until then. Is this all truly worth it? How could this happen? My overwhelming confidence turned to excruciating self-doubt, like I'd been a complete failure my entire life. I was pissed off at the world, pissed off at myself. It brought me to my knees in agony. I was ready to give up all of my dreams, my vision, my life's work. I was ready to surrender. I battled all of my inner demons for months, until one day I faced my final day of reckoning. One day I got a call from my buddy Tim, and I had an epiphany. Tim was like me, an award-winning franchise owner. During those 3 minutes, he opened my eyes, shook me to my core, woke me up. And from that day forth, I said, fuck that. Fuck that. Enough is enough. You don't just roll over and play dead. Not you, not now. I was just listening to too many people in a moment of weakness. I was listening to too many people who never built a successful business and have no idea what it feels like to be free and what it means to be an entrepreneur, a salesperson, a revenue generator, a master of the craft, a true sales titan. It was that moment when I decided I'm not going to quit and I'm not going to give up no matter what it takes. I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter. I'm a survivor a true warrior at heart. All my life, I'd risked everything because I had nothing. So what did I have to lose? Every one of my bets paid off with hard work and dedication, and I hadn't lost the war yet because I hadn't given up. With the skills and the knowledge I had accrued over the years, I knew it was possible. Hell, it was improbable. I decided then and there that I would not bow down to adversity. I would stand tall, I'd face the storm, and I would rise stronger. Armed with an unwavering determination, I set out on my path to recovery. To achieve my goal, I had two things in mind. One, eliminate all distractions, and two, generate cash. And believe me, I had to make some incredibly tough sacrifices. Sacrifices that would leave any ordinary man in chaos. But out of the turmoil, I carved out a fresh path. I hammered together a consulting and coaching enterprise, teaching other businesses the very strategies that turned my agency and franchise into a rocket ship of success. This decision alone turned the unfortunate tide of circumstances completely on its head. However, despite all the wisdom, all the guidance, a vicious problem persisted. As I slaved away in order to transform my circumstances, I poured ungodly amounts of money into tools, software, and systems, all parading grand promises of operational efficiency. In reality, all they did was leech off my sweat-soaked money and displayed a total disregard for my success. I was persistent, relentless, leaving no stone unturned. I tried everything from the industry-leading titans like Salesforce, HubSpot, Outreach, and SalesLoft, all the way to the lesser-known software lurking in the deep shadows of the vast internet. I blew through hundreds of thousands of dollars testing and experimenting on a wild goose chase for that one encompassing system. But it was a phantom, a ghost, a non-existent dream. Under the guise of revolutionizing the sales industry, these disjointed, scattered pieces of software had become our captors. You see, as a maverick of business, a trailblazer, an innovator, your focus is your most precious weapon. I'm talking about a laser-guided, bullseye nailing, absolute precision kind of focus. The kind that allows you to dig yourself out of the 6-foot hole that you were buried in, the disarray, and actually get things done. But you tell me, how can you maintain that unwavering focus when you're playing a never-ending game of Russian roulette? 1 minute you're wrestling with a spreadsheet, then a CRM, and next a cold emailing system. Then you're dealing with a platform for building lead lists, followed by a dialer, an email validation system, an SMS platform, a sales automation tool, an email deliverability service, an email finder, and the list spirals like a never-ending staircase. Half your time, half your team's precious hours are gobbled up in a whirlpool of managing these blood-sucking systems. And the money, oh, the cash you bleed out on this circus is an absurd spectacle. Finally, fed up with the noise, out of sheer desperation, I decided to roll up my sleeves and step into the ring myself. I did something audacious, borderline insane. I drew my line in the sand and declared war on these so-called sales tools that operate under the banner of revolutionizing sales. And then I did something truly insane. I drained our personal savings and cash reserves to craft a single software platform that possesses the earth-shattering power to reshape the reality of sales. And out of the shadows, Uptycs was born. The ultimate warhead in every founder, every entrepreneur, every sales professional's arsenal. A system that obliterates the need for a dozen other tools, liberating your time, your energy, and your hard-fought money. A system that helps you keep your eyes on the prize. The sweet thrill of closing deals, generating cash flow, and making more profits than ever thought possible. Because I firmly believe that with the right weapon and the right strategy, you can snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. And you can rise victorious from the battlefield. And my future sales titan, you won't be marching into this war alone. I'll be right there by your side, armed with a treasure trove of battle-tested and war-ready training materials that will mold you into the successful sales titan you were destined to be. So my friend, my warrior, my future god of sales. If you've ever held dreams of dominating your niche, crushing your industry, of etching your name into a bedrock of legacy, it's time to wake up. It's time to turn those dreams into your waking reality. Because here's the cold, hard truth. As an entrepreneur, a salesperson, a builder of businesses, we pen our own fate. We pick the path we walk. We don't grovel, but rather we command such compelling value that the world beats a path to our door. And so now I extend an invitation to you. An invitation to join me, to join the Upticks revolution, and to transform not only your sales, your revenue, but your entire life. Let's take your business to the stratospheric heights you've always dreamed of, and bid farewell to those sleepless nights haunted by stress and tension. Let's craft the perfect machine that tirelessly works for you, even as you sleep, so you never have to face the gnawing worry of growth and opportunity. Let me share a bitter pill with you, my friend. This isn't a luxury. It's a necessity as vital as the air you breathe. You've heard my story. You've tasted the struggles, the desperation, the grueling climb from the depths of despair. Every salesperson, every founder, every business builder will face their own gauntlet of trials and tribulations. That's a given. But you have a choice to remain in the old, chaotic way, juggling a dozen responsibilities and praying they don't crumble. Or you could seize control over your future. Command your sales and your business. Become the undeniable sales powerhouse that can defeat any rival blocking your path to victory. Because business is a battlefield. You'll face more enemies than friends. And never forget, in this merciless arena of commerce, only the strongest survive. Now, in the unforgiving jungle that is the world of sales, you're never going to walk alone. We will stand by your side at every twist and turn. We'll arm you with the best strategies and wisdom that every entrepreneur and sales titan must possess to weather any storm. Let me make this perfectly clear. There isn't a single company out there, not one, that's prepared to go to battle with you. We're all in just for you, to ensure that you arise triumphant no matter what the world throws your way. Because we're not just in the business of selling software, we're in the business of turning underdogs into unstoppable forces. We're in the business of fueling your journey all the way to the top. We're in the business of making success stories. And my friend, your success story is waiting to be written. Let's pen it together and transform your sales game one victory at a time. You're not just strong, you're primed for this conquest. So let's conquer it together, side by side. Let's embark on your unstoppable journey to glory, to a legacy that time will revere. A journey to stand tall, unrivaled, and undefeated against every barrier, hurdle, or rival blocking your path to victory. And ignite that kindling fire inside you this very moment. I eagerly await to meet you on the other side, where the grass is lush, the sales flow like a mighty river, and success is not just a fantasy, but your everyday reality. Welcome to Upticks. Welcome to your future. No more praying to the sales gods. Now it's time for you to become one.